flip. Okay.
You a whole bitch.
I thought we was at a concert right there.
I know, right?
Out.
Yeah, man.
Sounded a lot like us.
So we back. It's your boy Friday Ricky Dread here with another interview for your head top. Before we get into it, I want to give a big salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. We got the homie in the building today.
Diamond Club, baby. Candy cans.
I gotta give an air horn for the homie right here.
Tuna can.
If you want that loud, okay, and all different types of 420 needs, hit them up on their Instagram. I'll say can of cans.
I did that.
They also carry can of cans, but hit them up on their Instagram, Diamond Club _Canada. Yeah. Also, you could use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a little discount. You heard me? Also, if you need that blem, hit up Steaming Hot Grabber. There's a bag of the grab on the table right next to the Diamond Club bag right there. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steaming Hot Grabber, and get yourself some of that peanut butter grabber. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, exotic.
Yeah. So listen, right here, like I like to get into conversations. You know what I mean? We every few times a week, I link up with a few artists and get into combo mode. You know what I'm saying? But what I like about this is we get to speak to some real lyricists here today. You know what I'm saying? And not only coming from Toronto with this gentleman who I spoke with, a while back. Of course. We got somebody who's representing London, Ontario.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah.
So with no further ado, we have Casper Marcus in the motherfucking building and the return of Young Stitch.
Off, I'm okay, cause I'm not, dog. I'm rolling in a stoley to the States from the dot hole. But you don't know. 5-star dinners and I get the bill. Say that you a god, you won't do the shit the devil will.
Let's go. Thank you for having us, brother.
Oh, thanks for coming through, guys.
Appreciate you, bro.
So, Marcus or Casper, which one we're at?
I love that's the beauty of it. It could be either way. Marcus is my real name, obviously. But the rap name was Casper.
Yeah.
Shout out to Casper TNG.
Big salute.
You know what I'm saying? But I was the original Casper. Let's just be real with it.
Yeah.
It's documented. But
dates. It's timestamps.
It feels like to me like a gang thing. Like it's like an ASAP thing to me. So Casper is Casper. We
shout outs to Casper.
Ain't no issue. Ain't no issue. And Marcus is my govy though. And then as a grown man, it's cool to have that mix. It's my real name and my rap name.
Okay, so we'll throughout the interview, I'll call you Marcus. We'll get into the name as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a very interesting story behind that. But and I want to be shooting some questions to you here and there also, Young Stitch. You know what I'm saying? But because this is the first time I'm getting to sit with you, Casper Marcus.
Yes, sir.
Right?
For sure.
You came down here from London.
Yeah,
from London. It was like a 3-hour drive to get down here, fam?
Yeah, 3 hours.
What was that like, bro?
Hey, it's the 401. It's the most dangerous highway in North America. Mm-hmm. It's a daily commute though, and shout out to everybody that does that every day. But I'm one of them, and hey, that's how you got to get to where you got to be.
What you mean daily commute? So you're in Toronto on the regular?
On the regular, yeah, daily, daily, back and forth.
Okay.
I try to balance out the rent price with the gas price. So it's a math thing. It's not a geography thing. It's a math thing.
Quick maths.
Yeah. You know what I wanted to ask off top before we even get into your history?
Yeah, what's that?
Because we got everybody else talks about, I'm going OT.
Yep.
Right? And I know London is one of the quote unquote OT destinations, right?
Yeah.
To put it in a nice way. Right? But for somebody who lives there, you grew up there through life and stuff like that, what's that like? Is it like an arms house thing? Like, what are you guys doing here, fam?
That's real. Like a no-fly zone kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, we already got trappers out here. Excuse me.
We're good.
I love that question. That's a real. You have to be in tune to know that question.
Yeah,
right there. That's real. That's definitely what it was in 2000s, the early 2000s and the mid 2000s. It was definitely the little port of Miami, if you will.
Yeah.
That's how London started as, and that's how I was first signed. I was in high school when I first got signed by a rapper that came from Toronto. I don't know if y'all know, y'all know Don Million and all these rappers and stuff like that. It was part of the ABG gang. It wasn't necessarily you know what I'm saying? So when they came down here.
Tricking if you got it.
Yeah, when they came down to London, it was a real like show love thing, and it was cool.
So mans were OT.
Yes, at that time. This is a throwback.
That's
so
crazy.
I remember them days, bro. It's really cool. So hey, shout out to even Snow back in the day. Like Snow would always kind of bridged the gap a little as well. So.
Salute to Snow. He don't like me too much, but salute to Snow.
Hey, I guess. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know anything about that.
No. We'll leave that for another
I love
day.
how the polys are Snow. Let's get it. Get it.
I got all kind of ops, bro. But also, let's go back into the history. Okay, you went to Midway High School.
Yes. Wow.
I do my
like
research.
Deep dive.
Yeah.
Deep
Actually,
dive.
before that, okay,
Deep dive.
you were born here in Toronto.
Yeah, I was born in Toronto. Yes, that's
Moved to Scotia.
Yup. Moved to
At like
Scotia.
6 years old.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
So yeah, I was raised by a single dad at the time, 0 to 6 in Toronto, Thorncliffe Park. You know, bless up. And rest in peace to Pops. He actually just recently passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah,
And,
rest in peace.
Yeah, he was holding it down. He's one of those guys, like you said his name out there, they would know. Long story short, moved out to Nova Scotia to live with moms. Google it. She passed away at 12, which is weird because I literally Googled myself on the way here, pause. And it was
I know, pause.
I was like, what are you doing?
crazy. But no, so I Googled myself and that's one of the first 4 things it says that my mom died when I saw. But it's necessary to say that because that is definitely when
that's when you moved to London.
That's when I moved to London, exactly. And that's where we can swear, obviously. Yeah, but like that's where stuff changed. And I literally London was already kind of doing this thing, but I came into London and I became a main character. Like not even on purpose.
So wait a minute. When you got to London, like, okay, because there's like a gap, right? Between 6 and 12, like, or when at 12 years old, when your mom passed, right? Did they have to put you in a group home or anything like that?
Yes. Yeah,
because you have no parents at this point, or no, you still have your dad, but your dad.
My dad was MIA at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's lost in the streets, in the sauce, if you will. Yeah, at that point. So yes, that's where the foster system came in.
It coined off of kind of what he's doing, like right. Like he would like, I've got my family, whatever. But I mean, we always looked at each other like foster bros, so we were like, that's why we came up with the name Foster Bros. He had kind of coined it.
The Foster Bros EP.
Yeah, well, just because we're like brothers, right? But if you look at us, obviously we don't look like brothers. But it's like
in the biblical sense.
In the biblical sense, of course.
Yeah.
In the scientific sense. But we are bros, you know what I mean? So we're like foster bros. Because you become brothers with someone that you live with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's where it derived from. It derived from that, and I had that experience where it's like there was a year after she passed, almost, I think it was like 7 months where I had paid my rent for myself. My mom was cool with the landlord. He knew that she had passed, but I got jobs at Timmy's. I got jobs wherever to keep the rent going. At 12, at 12. And then that's when foster care jumped in when like the bosses were calling in like, yo, this guy's really doing all that. So
a little bit too young to be here.
Yeah. In this country,
what's this kid doing over here?
In the standards of this country, right. So it's tough because I have 2 daughters and I have like a 13-year-old daughter, and it's like she's cool with it, but I'm a little pressure on them to get jobs early and to get some responsibilities early because I had to do it, and it's hard to watch these new generation kids just chill back on the TikTok, scroll. So it's been a journey.
And just to tap back into the story with your dad, he was a James Brown tour manager?
Yes. So James Brown came down.
Bars.
Yeah, James Brown came down. Yeah. Also Bob Marley, he got to be part of that as well. And so I always was around
stuff too today.
We're going to
this is a learning session for everybody
because he's a deep diver. That's crazy, man. Nerdwire, man. But yeah, like basically, I was around all this, like Maestro Fresh West, shout out to Maestro. Like I was around these kind of artists when I was younger, and I always knew there was like some stardom and thing involved with it, and I appreciated the industry from time. And I seen it from early age.
Yeah. And your name, born through racism.
Yo, that's the best way to put it. Yeah. Born through racism.
Because you're mixed child, right? Like you're Your mom white, dad black.
Good old fashioned white and black.
Well,
like
50-50.
Yeah, the good old 50-50.
My boy 50 Cent. Yeah.
These new mixed kids don't know what it was like.
Right? So but now you're in...
I'm a pure breed, mixed breed.
But now you're a mixed breed kid, right?
Yeah.
Purebred, mixed
And
breed.
you're visibly... like
I put it to jail standards. If I went to jail with
they put you in the black category.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to find
the rolling with the brothers.
the term. You present black.
Exactly.
We claim him for a couple of minutes, but then he's going back.
Right?
I tried to do the. Yeah.
So you're there.
Just when we're playing ball.
Exactly.
Then he's with us, and then I'll send him back to the squad.
Right. So you're there in London with an adopted family.
Yes. Yeah.
But you're like the darkest one out there, basically.
Especially in Ilderton, like
That's
the small
crazy.
town within London.
That's
so,
crazy. You're the darkest man out there. That's
So-
wild.
So it was a lot of responsibility, like in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So it hit
Biblical
harder.
sense.
It hit harder.
Mm.
It hit harder. And I love it though. It builds character, and I've always been an advocate of balance. I'm a Libra,
Okay.
also half black and half white, so it's easier. It's easier for me, and I advocate for both. I get mad at white racism all the time. I'm like, let's chill with all the Karen talk like that. Not every white woman that's mad is a Karen. Now
She is,
Karen's
but that's
turned into the N-word a
You get
little
the
bit.
pass.
Yeah.
I'll give you the pass.
I can't help it. I can't help but
I'll
get
bless you to
offended by
pass
it.
this
I
time.
cannot help but get offended by it. It's not something that I pre-planned.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been a long journey from literally this small town within a small town. And what's cool is London has turned so large lately. Like it's getting so big. Like I mean, geographically, and there's so much talent coming out of London right now. So I knew if I stuck with it a little bit, it would be something. But that's where I got to get my voice, was London.
And the name, like, were people calling you? People were calling you Casper in high school and shit.
Yeah. Like as a almost like if I was really short and they call me like Biggie, or if I was really tall and they call me Shorty. You know what I'm saying? It was like
so you were darker, so they're calling you.
you feel me?
It's racist.
Shout out to Medway High School.
It's racist.
We have all your
It's
addresses. Look where I made it
It's
now.
Let's
We
look at it. It's
We
racist.
We love hip hop right now.
It's
That's the racist flip
That's
right
racist.
there.
That's London.
And I'm an artist, so I appreciated the cleverness. So I took it.
Yeah, you like the cleverness of it, but you didn't see the underlying.
Not at the time.
Laughing with me or laughing at me?
Okay, so let me broaden the conversation before we go and focus back in here on you, Marcus, right? With you, Young Stitch.
Yes, sir.
I've been talking about on the podcast lately, white guy rappers.
Shit. There I go.
Oh, we going.
I guess I fall right under here.
Right?
Yeah. White guy rappers.
Now, with the exception of Casper Marcus, who's mixed, right?
We got 50% of them on our squad.
Yes.
Yeah.
But most of the squad are usually white guys.
Okay. Like who I rap with.
Yeah, or congregate with.
Yeah.
Like,
So
even,
you're referring to like lunchroom poets and shit.
not only that, just like, why do white rappers hang together like that? Why do white rappers congregate? Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
That's a
good question.
No, now that I have one here, like I it's a direct question. Like, why is this happening? Like,
I'm a Charizard.
do you guys-
Pokemon.
no, because we've had
you know
some
what?
theories. Like,
It's like Asian kids in high school.
Wow.
break
You
it
don't
down
you
to
don't
me,
do it deliberately.
please.
It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
yo,
Wow.
shit.
Okay.
Yo, you do this too? Yeah, me too. I'm doing good. You're like, are you doing really good? Yo, you're doing good too. Yo, C-Roll, all right, you're doing good. All right, I'm doing good. Yo, let's do a track. We're like, yeah, let's go. The people want it. Let's do it. No, honestly, like,
Is there like
you know
white
what's
guy
crazy?
secret meetings? and shit?
yeah, it's called
there
the
is.
Illuminati.
There's 3 letters in that meeting. You don't want to go to that meeting. There's a white guy secret meeting. There's 3 letters involved.
Oh no!
Please stay away from those.
All else. No, you know what? It's crazy when we formed Lunchroom Poets. Shout out to my boy Kenzo.
Yeah. Shout out to Ken.
He was like the brainchild for that.
Yeah.
It was his sort of idea. You know, I'll tell you what. When we did Lunchroom Poets, it wasn't a deliberate thing. Like, we had a bunch of rappers that we thought, and then, you know, shout outs to Dre Bars. He was in talks for the thing, but he was dealing with his court stuff and thing, and now he's free to men's. But it didn't roll out like that. It just, when we had this finished product of rappers in like our group, we're like, shit.
There's no black guys.
Kenzo goes, shit. We're like, what? We've done everything that we thought is expected of us. It's like, there's no black guy in the group. And we're like looking around. We're like, shit. All right. Well, let's just like, we didn't do it purposely. It just kind of happened like that. And they're spitters. Like, I got to give them their flowers. Yeah. Like all the lunchroom spitters, like it's not a thing. I will say though, with the culture of hip hop in Canada.
A little closer to the mic.
No, sorry. A little bit about the culture of hip hop in Canada is, especially the West Coast. Like I rub shoulders with a lot of West Coast guys. I did sign a Stealth Bomb. So you get that demographic, right? You get the Mercules fans and you get the Snap the Ripper fans. And they're really diehard out there on the West. Yeah. And you know what I do love about the West Coast is they do still support heavy like hip hop, like bars, lyricism, right? This right here, it's a little more radio friendly, more radio playable, marketable type
swag
stuff.
rap. Yeah,
swag rap. Yeah. But it's never deliberate. Like I work with lots of people. I do lots of collaborations with artists. I mean, I charge for my services. So a certain percentage of them happen to be from this demographic and be from this location geographically. I don't really look too far into it, but I promise you it's not something that's done on purpose. It just kind of happens. It just kind of happens like that. You know what I mean? You whoever's got money in their pocket, I'm down to work, right?
I guess I got a question within the question. Since, like, we all talking here.
Yeah.
To Stitch. Was there a point where y'all felt like, all right, like let's run with this. Like this always shit's hard. Like
are you talking about LRP?
Yeah, like where it's like let's see how
100%. No, I get
right. Let's make it almost
lean into the whiteness
because go all in a row. Right?
Well, because what happened is we already had the product. Like we already had LRP and we were already recording singles, and it even took us a couple singles to be like, wait, that's what it was. Ken, he's like, we don't got a black guy, bro, and it's not even a racist. It's just like it's gonna look bad to people being like, it's just these white. But you know what? The talent speaks for itself, and it wasn't deliberate. But yeah, there was a point where it was just there's no turning back. It's like when you run through the light on a yellow light, and you're like, you gotta just keep going.
Just keep going,
yeah, that's
man.
It. Yeah,
we're the white crew.
Yeah, that's it. We're an all white crew. You know what? It's a stamp in the system, right? Because it's like, you know what? This group and like automatically. It's like I feel like it works reverse in rap. Even though they say on the grand scale, oh, look at the Macklemores, look at this. A lot of black rappers do pretty well.
They're far and few in between, bro.
Meaning like, you know what? I feel like we're the underdogs in hip hop in a sense that we gotta come up and make you buy into the brand. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we killed it with the Lunchroom Poets. Like I gotta shout out the Poets, man. They all of them can spit, you know? Shout out Philly, shout outs Lotus, shout outs KP, shout outs P1, shout outs Kenzo. They all can spit. And we were kind of like, well, now we have this all white group of rappers. So like, what are we going to do? Do we disintegrate or do we just fucking go for it and just like, fuck it? Then say something. And we're in that mind state. Like then come at us on wax. You know what I mean? We're not going to racist you back, but what we're going to do is body you on wax. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do.
Yeah,
so it's like, who's going to say something? If someone's going to say something, it's going to be on a comment or in a text message. And if can, an email. It's not going to be, no one's going to say something to us on rhyme.
Well,
yeah, I mean, because that's a battle that no one wants to fight. It's 5 angry white boys that can rap.
Yeah. You know well, speaking of white boys that can rap, and this is a question for the room, right?
Yeah.
Tom Macdonald. Okay, and this is just a random question that just popped into my brain. One, do y'all fuck with Tom Macdonald? And
absolutely
2,
not.
Like, why do so much people give him backlash? Because he's Canadian, but we don't claim him like that.
I can actually explain the whole thing thoroughly.
What's that?
So I've known Tom. I had him on Facebook since.
You know him?
Yeah, I've had him on Facebook since like 2016. I mean, he's doing big things. Obviously, whatever they are, he's doing something that's working. He's getting numbers. He's going crazy, right? I can't knock that because he is doing numbers.
He's famous.
What I don't like is I don't like the clickbait, gimmicky rap shit. I don't like his next song is literally going to be like, I'm a gay black midget. You know what I mean? And I'm going to see like all the gay black midgets and be like, yeah. It's like, bro, like, and I also don't like that he claims American when he's Canadian.
He's from Victoria.
I know.
Bro.
And he does. And every verse is about Americanness and American rights. That's like, bro, you moved to the US like in 4 years ago, bro. Like, you're my age. Like, bro, what about Canada, bro? What about, He's a certified American. And I don't also like the fact that he makes songs about like hip hop's a joke, but he'll come out with a Gucci bag and fucking braids in his hair and gold teeth and be like, but hip hop's a joke.
And tattoos on his face.
Yeah. So are you a joke or is hip hop a joke? Are you satire? Are you dissing hip hop? What are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Because you're making money off hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So what is it you're doing? And I don't rate that. And he was one of those guys that used to spam my page all the time. He'd go into my DMs, yo, peep my new single with a copy and paste fucking link. I don't like that. If you wanted me to listen to your shit, just ask me to listen to it. Yo, Stitch, bro, it'd mean a lot if you listen to this. Cool, I'll listen to it.
I say that relate heavy to the show we on right now. The show's
I'm not a fan. No.
The show called We Love Hip Hop right now. It's like we talking about a guy that clearly
doesn't love hip hop.
Like that's just
he hates hip hop.
Like you drive in a car saying you don't like cars,
but he's got braids and gold teeth and face tattoos.
That's where it comes down to.
Wow,
the whole shit contradicts itself.
It's a contradiction for sure.
Well, so no, as white rappers, no, we don't claim him. We don't know what he is. We're still figuring out what the fuck he is. No, Canadian white rappers do not claim Tom Macdonald. We don't know.
I need to know this.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm telling you because I'm in tune with the West Coast. No, I'm in tune with the West Coast. So yeah, no, you're asking the right person. I'm just a messenger on half of this too because I know a lot of people feel the same way, but we do not claim him. We don't know what he is. It's not even a white or black thing anymore. It's like, is he Canadian? Is he American? Is he white? Is he black? Does he hate hip hop? Does he love it?
Yeah.
We don't fucking know. He's like Mystique. Not the King of the Dot fan. I mean, like X-Men, the Marvel.
Yeah, the blue chick.
Yeah. Blue chick with the titties.
Listen, Tom Macdonald, pull up, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Pull up, bro.
we need some answers, bro.
He would never.
Yeah, you never know, man.
This is real hip hop. He would never. He would never do this.
Shit.
He would never do this.
Stitch, you saying you would battle him for a large amount of money?
Ooh.
I couldn't match the money. I just body him. I'm sure he's got the money.
That's pay-per-view. That's Canadian.
He would never do that though. Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
If we can get some promoters up on that,
bro,
I would watch that.
I would
put up the purse.
Love that. I would love
for the
that.
people. Please smoke them for the people.
I would love that.
100 racks.
100
buddy, wow.
If we got enough sponsors, 100 racks isn't crazy. Got enough sponsors, 100 racks not crazy.
That's a lot of money.
100 racks
not
for the winner.
Tom Macdonald though.
Okay, so let's
it's a lot of money in cultural appropriation.
Give us our reparations back.
It's like, this mic's attached, I drop it right now.
I wasn't ready. Okay, so let's recenter here back into what's going on with you, Casper Marcus,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of rap, when did you start rapping?
Sometimes now at this age, it sucks to say, but 12 years old.
As like a kid.
Yeah, and I didn't really jump into it like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I didn't jump into it like I wanted to rap or I was into music at all at the time. But
yeah,
rap found me, I guess. That's the classic answer, but rap found me.
Frick, man. And you're one of your influences or inspirations.
My inspiration
Big Willie.
Oh yeah, Will Smith. Hell yeah.
What?
Pre-public takedown Will Smith.
Free Will. Hashtag free will. No, we bringing him back.
I just mean, like the Joyner Lucas version of Will Smith. Like that. I understand that song because I know that inspiration he gave us all. I remember being a kid and I cried when he won the Grammy. I was watching that live.
Like Tears of Joy.
Nah, like a little kid, like a little boy, like crying, like just proud to see.
Like, were you upset?
Fresh Prince. No, joy.
You were happy. Tears of joy. Yeah.
So I guess when I grew up too, I realized he wasn't even swearing the whole time. I was like, that was cool. I didn't even realize he wasn't
freaking
swearing.
Cool.
That was what the frick? Yeah, Big Willie, and
Willie
Beanie
style.
Siegel, Eminem, Jazzy. You know what I mean? Like, just I like statement raps in the fact where it's like you say shit that's like forever, like. People quote quotables.
Yeah. And even like with you toured Europe 3 times, bro?
Yes, sir.
Who did you tour? Like, who did you tour with?
So the first time was blessed because I got on this weird ass show in Amsterdam. It was the Amsterdam dance event. It sounds so simple. The ADE, not out there. The Amsterdam dance event is insane. Like it's Tiesto. It's Skepta. It's Skepta. It's their Coachella, you feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I just filled in a spot for another London legend, Shad K.
He was your neighbor.
He's my neighbor.
That's a big London man. London
Taught me how to rap, basically.
Yeah.
So I was filling in spots out there for opening spots. And one time I got the opportunity to like, you're opening for a DJ. And as a rapper, you're usually like, that sucks. That's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, I pull up and it happened to be Jazzy Jeff. And and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Wow.
That's why it relates to this like Will Smith shit, because I was like, and he was so quiet but so cool, and then like shut that shit down just with skill.
Yes.
You feel me? With skill. Like,
Jazzy Jeff's a crazy DJ.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Build up like a movie.
Yeah.
Bringing the sample.
Sick.
The Europeans understood it more than maybe I'll say North Americans would for some reason. I don't know how to
No,
explain
yeah,
it.
you know, bro.
It was just like they were patient. They were waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. And that was a cool experience, fam.
Now, with all these experiences and like also with you, Young Stitch, because you've had a lot of experience moving
100%.
around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Battling, you're a part of groups, solo, doing all these things, right?
Yeah.
We're here in Toronto, okay? We're still Canadian rappers. Well, you guys are Canadian rappers. Salute the Diamond Club, right?
Diamond
you guys
Club
are
all
Canadian.
day, Diamond Club, man.
You
These
know
are
what I'm
crazy
saying?
buzz, man.
Right?
Get to the club.
You guys are Canadian rappers because I'm retired. But like being that, is it a harder struggle? Why do you feel it's a harder struggle than being an American rapper?
Well, like the rapper response is, you know what, we don't have as much light shining on us as we do over there. Mind you, we do now. Shout outs to the Drakes, shout outs to the Tory Lanes.
Yeah, but
shout outs to the
still.
Weeknd.
Say what you really want to say. Say what you really want to say.
I can't
Talk that
say
shit,
that
man.
here.
Say it, man.
You know what it is, bro? Honestly, like
Say
I'm gonna give
it.
you a really mathematical answer.
Just say it.
It's population. The States have 10 times our population.
No.
So,
We
was
got
that
the
wrong?
internet, bro. You got something you gotta say, bro. Say
it,
that
man.
shit, bro.
Say it, man.
They don't believe us out here.
They don't believe it, bro. Come on.
They don't think shit's real out here, which I understand because we haven't given them reason to think shit's real.
Which
out
is
here.
borderline a good thing, right?
You know, because I mean, look, you look at shooting.
It's a good thing in a
statistics, you look at it,
sense.
it is. It's a good thing because I love Canada. I love Canada. The problem is people invest into brands, right? They don't just invest into rappers. They invest into the whole brand, the whole picture. So it's so appealing to invest in guys that are, you know, as from a rap standpoint, not from a human being standpoint, but from a rap standpoint, these guys are all killing each other, shooting each other. These guys are beefing each other, but to the point where bodies are dropping like crazy. And bodies are dropping here, don't get me wrong. But in the States, it's just a higher level, right? But if you add in population and they did coin the shit, they invented the shit, and America's America.
Yeah.
America's a beast. You know what I mean? It's its own continent, America. People don't want to think it is because it's North America, but no, America's its own fucking continent. It's its own scene.
If we were a part of North America, it's like if we had like an aggressive older brother and that's it, and we sharing a room, with, and he's like, yeah, this is my room too.
Go back to your room.
Yeah, the older brother's like,
That's
yes,
it.
yeah, it's
America's
your
the
room
older,
too. Yeah,
angry brother. Even though we're killing it, the older brother be like, nah, get the That's America, bro.
And you know
That's
what?
100%.
It's actually to the point where like the older brother had the whole basement.
100%. Yeah.
You gotta live upstairs with your parents.
The geography on that comedy is so on point.
Yeah.
That's so on point.
And anytime you kind of come out to the basement and go play with their equipment and their
They're
toys,
like,
and
nah.
like get your ass back
your ass
upstairs.
out.
with
We'll give you Canada. No. Good, you're good.
It's true.
We gave him Canada,
man.
bro. He's got it, yeah.
Yo.
And you know what? If you look at the Mount Rushmores, like,
Of what, Canada?
well, like, yeah, look, versus countries, versus districts. Like, Canada's Mount Rushmore now is fucking insane. If you look at it 20 years ago versus what it is now, like, not dissing the eras of, you know, Socrates, Choclair, Cardinal, whatever. They're legends. I love all those things.
Also, is that the old Mount Rushmore? We talking about Choclair?
Who would be that Mount Rushmore? The
Talking about
original four
Choclair.
Mount Rushmore before
We
Drake's
talking
era.
about
Wow.
Cardi?
Who would be Cardi? Shock.
Is Daniel in that? Is Daniel in that?
Not in the, no offense,
I'm
Daniel.
just talking about when
not
I was
in
a
the
little
Mount
kid and I would
Rushmore.
go home and I watch much music.
No.
I would see certain people and I'd be like, okay,
Cardinal,
that's...
Choclair, Socrates,
What about Classified?
Rascals.
With Classified going in there?
Mm.
Did Classified go in there?
Classified might be have to go in there
Give him
too.
class.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do class? Got you,
can go in
class.
there.
Got you, fam.
I would go
Who would you go? Where'd you go?
Maestro.
Oh, okay, we're going.
We
We're going.
dissing. Well, we
Okay,
dissing
okay,
for not adding Maestro in the first place.
Gotta put the Godfather in there.
We dissing in the first
He
place.
was the original.
I'll put Cardinal in there.
100%.
One, two.
All right.
Shock and his rubbing. Let's
He
ride.
said
era.
Rascal. He said a Rascal.
The
I
Rascals.
would also have to put the Rascals in there,
Yeah.
like
Around
as
the world.
you know, like it's two guys, but they would have to occupy one spot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, I think of the popularity of their songs at that
A
time.
little bit closer.
Oh, sorry. The popularity of their songs at that time, like,
Yeah.
You know, Rascals all around the world with Barrington Levi.
Yep.
Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I have one more.
Barrington Levi. Sorry,
And
I said it wrong.
That's because
That's because
Three.
Rascals
He gave me 3.
it counts as one, right?
Yeah.
yes,
The
yes,
fourth,
Yep.
which is also going to have to do the same thing. Swollen members.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a deep cut, man.
I be Mount Rushmore out here.
We're talking about radio play. We're talking about
super successful.
influence.
Yeah.
And my
He's not
personal
wrong,
shit with
bro.
Mad Child, that, you know what, that I won't even include that.
No, let's
That,
talk
you know
about,
what?
let's talk about influence.
Swollen
and
at
shit.
a time. Swole the members gonna make up that.
Bro, they had hits.
Yo, they
broke
Radio
out into the
Unlocked.
States.
They were in movies. I
Yep.
remember seeing a movie with them in it. Like, they were private flying and shit. Like, yo, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I respect that.
Solid top
But
five.
now look at our Mount Rushmore now, right? Drizzy, Weeknd, Bieber,
Tory,
Tory,
Free Tory.
or there's that fourth spot. I feel like there's so many that could.
That's
Nav
always
could be in there.
That's
Nav
always the
could be
that's
in
always the
there.
case. That's always the
Um,
case. Yeah.
Yeah, Tory's a big one.
But
Tory did do really
At the same
well.
time,
Yeah.
it ended right there. Your Mount
True.
Rushmore.
It's true.
Stop.
And then there's a huge gap.
You see how quick it was with those first 5? Like
You
I
can
know.
run
And
out
then
those
it's true.
names,
Yep.
and then
you got,
who
like,
else?
It's like
Yep.
we're skipping a whole level almost. Meaning, like before you
Yeah.
go down to now. Nothing again. I'm not going to name drop those guys because I respect a lot of those rappers, but it's true. There's not a spot in here. You
That's our
got the
problem.
Drakes and the
That's our
Weekends and the
problem.
Biebers and the Tory Lanes, and then there's
Yeah.
like a huge gap, and then there's all these guys fighting, and then
Yeah.
there's all of the seedlings underneath it. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like there's 15, 30 guys that are coming out of Canada
Right.
for the hip hop and
Not
R&B
everyone can be
scene.
Gretzky, right? Like meaning like
Yeah.
we need room for
Yeah.
that tier of like people
Mhm.
still fighting for us. And I know a million, but view wise, numbers wise,
it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you guys think of those my top 15 lists and all those different lists that I be putting out? Opinions.
That's a good question.
Because the people that I have on, and the reason I'm asking this is like the people that I have or the types of rappers that I have on these lists, they're not the types of rappers that some of those guys are lyrical, but are super lyrical, I mean.
Are these
Right?
Canadian lists again?
Okay, so like the last
makes
list
lists.
I put out was the top 15 rappers of 2023.
Okay.
I hated on it because I wasn't number one.
But I want to know, like, when you guys see
Classic
these
rapper
lists,
shit.
like, is it like, yo, what the
it
hell?
hurts our souls. Yeah, it does. And if men's act like it doesn't, they lie.
I'm gonna
They
pull it
hurt.
up.
They kill us, right?
Yeah.
But you know what it is? I can't even say you're wrong because if you're looking at it a whole standpoint, like an overview,
Yes.
it's not just about the bars. Because at the end of the day, I can get salty all I want. I'm 33 years old. I'm a grown man. Like, look, I can call the kettle black. What it is yes, can me and this guy out rap a lot of these rappers that come on these shows? Yeah. It's not even close, right? But what happens is it's not just about rap ability anymore. It's about the whole package. And view-wise, clout-wise, buzz-wise, do we even compare to some of these guys? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So I get your standpoint in the sense that you're making a list it's got to do with everything, not just lyricism. That should almost be its own list.
That's
and you know what?
not even
That's
in
an
my
event.
mind
You
frame.
know what I'd say?
That's real
If
shit.
you did
That's
one
real
list
shit.
that was just lyrical, guys, which it sounds corny even saying lyrical. I don't even use that word in my bars.
Yeah, because and not to interrupt you, because some of those guys are lyrical too, and I'm not even saying some.
Lyrical
All of them are lyrical
in their own way.
in their own ways.
Yeah.
Lyricism is it's changed
Subjective.
over
It's
the years.
art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the guy who's using auto tune and going
I don't
crazy
hate on
that.
auto-tune, yeah. I don't
He's
know why guys hate
lyrical
on
too.
auto-tune. Yeah, 100%.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, especially when you break down some of these guys' shit, they're like, "Oh, snap!"
That's
you're
what it took
snapping.
me to actually break down some of the shit because I'm so caught in my old ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes I knock something before I listen to it, and that's my problem.
Yeah.
I just do that. And then I actually listened to it. I'm like, you know what? That actually wasn't. I don't know why I hated so hard. That
was
actually,
bars.
That was pretty fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess we're just caught in our way of the old. Like we're rappers, even though we're younger on the grand scheme of things. Because you look at these old school rappers. I don't picture myself as an old school rapper. I'm 32. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a different sport almost. Like it's like comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like comparing like a Pressa to a Atom Bomb is just too
It is apples and oranges.
different.
Yeah.
Like how could you like
They're
who's gonna
both
make a
good.
bigger? Who am I bumping on the way to the club? Pressa.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if I'm trying to, if I'm out with my boys, we're getting saucy and we're talking about bars and shit. Am I gonna pull up a Pressa song? No offense. No, I'm gonna pull up an Atom Bomb or Tona. Shout out to Tona. Shout out to Stray
Yeah,
Bars.
yeah,
Like these are guys
yeah.
I worshiped growing up. Not worship, but well, okay, a little worship. Give them that. But guys I looked up to growing up. You know what I mean? And it's like these guys can rap. And as rappers, that's what we came up on first. Can I The beauty of it though is, can I adapt to the new school? Yes. Can I sing a little bit? Can I know all about Melodyne and autotune. I'm a fan of it. So I don't get why people hate on autotune, because everyone uses
For me to
autotune.
touch on it too is like, like just even to bring it back to that whole like racism thing from Casper, like how I got my name and shit.
Yes, sir.
It's all been about the spin on things and being like ready for it just in case. So it's like, for me, it's like, bars all day. Like I know what it is. I know, but I like, that's why Lil Wayne my favorite rapper, because he's cool. You gotta be cool too. He can kick back on that lyrical spiritual shit. Be cool as
yeah.
And I always rated that. I'm like, that's why he's GOAT. Because I mean, AI can rap nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you gotta add it to something else.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and then the cultural influence and all that shit, bro. Like, that's why I'm taking it to heart.
There's a lot of ingredients to this recipe, right? Like
I got into it thinking that like I was gonna die for this shit. Like literally, my mom showed me all that Tupac, Biggie shit when I was growing up. I thought that was life. I thought that was being a rapper. Like, rap or die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I got in the game, I'm like, oh, it's about high school shit. Who's cool? Who's popular? This, that, and the third.
Yeah,
so,
there's a lot of that. Yeah.
So just like I did in high school, I mixed that like skill and mix my fears. Sometimes you have social anxiety, or sometimes you have, what's that word, like stage fright. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but that's what makes a great performance, or that's what makes a great interview right now. You know straight.
Yeah. No, like even like, you know, when you said it, you mentioned performing and stuff like that. Like, you guys get shows and stuff like that, right? You guys do live performances.
We're
like,
very active.
Toured, you've been around. I've seen you on BT. Like,
like I'm doing every big show that's coming to London with this guy. Like we're doing the Roadrunner, the Roni,
the Junk shows.
Junk is my
shows
homie.
Are gonna be crazy.
That's my brother, right?
Right.
We dropped the #1 album together. On iTunes, Lions Eat Goats. Shout outs to the West Coast. Shout outs to Junk.
Salute to Junk.
Yeah, salute my broski, my familia. 2 wops. But I can say it. That's my word.
He can say it. We can't say it.
Yeah, no, you guys can say it. I give you permission. You guys get the card. You get the WAP card.
We
comes with prosciutto.
When we say
it comes
WAP,
with prosciutto and Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay.
When we talk about WAP, we talk about WAP. Wet ass pussy.
That wet ass pussy. Yeah. But
so,
yeah.
with the live shows and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You guys get shows, but then like my list that I put out, a lot of those guys don't do shows. Some of them do.
This is a great topic. You're good at what you do, bro. I've literally talked about this.
I be freestyling too. I'm off the head
crazy.
now. I'm not even on my list, fam.
This is something I've literally thought about and talked about before that you just brought up.
No wonder it's the #1 hip hop podcast in Canada.
We love hip hop. We out here.
Little son. Hold on. Where's my sound effect? I'm late on my sound effect.
No wonder it's the #1 hip hop podcast in Canada.
Did you say #1 in all of Canada?
Casper Marcus ad-lib right there. Cosign. Go ahead.
Why do you think that happens, that these guys are not getting shows?
That's a good question. And you know what? There's so many answers, yet no answers. Meaning like the obvious answer would be like, I want to say venues are scared of, because there's so much op talks and there's so many people getting shot up at these shows and shit. I think venues are scared. I think that's why, believe it or not, there was a time where people wouldn't book hip hop in general. Now all of a sudden, as hip hop guys, seems a safer bet than just like criminal trap wave rappers that literally came up off beefing each other. And I'm not talking 50 Cent kind of beefs on wax. I'm talking like these kids are killing each other constantly out here. Like, you know what I mean? Like kids are killing each other constantly. And they just, I picture if I was a businessman and if I was at a venue and I ran a venue, I'd be like, do I want all that at my spot? Like, do I want to open an event for my club that I've invested millions of dollars in to then have these people and one guy shooting through the roof and another kid gets shot and a 19-year-old girl dies and shit? You're just like, that's bad publicity. I know all publicity is good publicity. Not true. Not true. That's not good for your business. That's not a good look. Do all the girls that I know these college girls and shit, like, do they want to come to a party that some guy just got shot and killed at? Probably not. No. You know what I'm saying? Some of us might be about that life, but everybody as a whole is not. So it's a bad look. And that's why a lot of these guys don't get booked. And I was just saying this the other day, I'm like, how come there's these guys that have way more monthlies than me, way more following right now? Even though they started an Instagram account last year, they've got more followers than me. That's a quick buzz. You know what I mean? I earned hard for mine, but I never bought followers. I never bought, But what I will say is that what comes with it is the stigma of there's going to be a bunch of people hurting each other at this event. You got to be ready when you book these rappers that, you know, you got to make sure you don't have this guy mixed in with this guy and the thing. You don't got to worry about that with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our beefs get handled in, I don't even want to say the streets because that sounds cliche, but we handle our beefs like they get dealt with like men. We either talk it out or we fucking fight it out, or we sometimes man's not us, but sometimes man shoot it out. You know what I mean? Like whatever. But what happens is we don't bring it to the business front. Go online, yeah. No, and we don't translate that to the business front. If I'm dissing a guy, then it's different. Then I got problems with a guy, I'm putting it on wax, then you know it's a problem. Like with ranks or whatever, but I won't get into all that. But like when I was going at 20 ranks, whatever, it's like, bro, like that guy. And it was like, and I hated him. And that's why it was like, it was beef. You know what I mean? Like it was beef. And we were saying,
ready, man.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. And we were saying
like
bare
Mike
shit.
Myers right now.
We were saying,
like
you're not in Halloween, bro. You're not in Halloween.
Like Michael Myers, like the actor.
I know, I got you.
In the Kanye commercial. Like, I'm like, what's he gonna say next?
No, keep going, bro.
I'm like this.
Ranks knows I hate him, so it's not a.
Whoa.
It's not even. It's a surprise
George
maybe to people
Bush.
hearing this, but it's not.
Wait,
George
hold
Bush
on.
does not care about white rappers.
Hold on. Order in the court. That happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
sucks because I respect
bro. You
all
guys
of
are going
Empire.
back and forth.
It was
a big
bad.
war
It was an on-site thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still kind of is, I think. I don't know. I get
Really?
over things. The problem is
Yeah.
I get over things. He doesn't. Like, so he's such a drunk, bro, that what will happen is like I'll be like living my life and like doing something and I'll get a message like 8 months later. And it'll be Tony Ranks all drunk. Like, yo, by the way, bro, when I see you, it's on site. I'm going to kill you.
How did it start? Because like I never got a chance to.
I'll
I've been watching it from the. I
So what
posted
happened-
about Big Salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose grabba, that red herring grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code We Love Hip Hop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah.
So what happened is I got selected to go on the King of the Dot Cypher.
Yes.
There was a King of the Dot Cypher. It was me, Raz Fresco, Sazy, Roshan, and JD Era. I'm forgetting an important name. The most important. Yeah, but all rappers, right? And Scandalous with his little scandalous ass. He can rap. He's all right.
And listen, I have no dog in this fight.
Okay,
right?
perfect.
Remember,
I like that.
I was a manager for Empire, so.
Yeah. Okay,
but keep going.
You know what's
say
crazy is I love
what,
Empire. I love TRA. I love Techman. I love
yo, fam,
Adam Boss.
listen,
Those
not
are
to
my
interrupt
homies.
you. Don't let that interfere with whatever
That's it.
you got to say.
Tony
Okay?
Ranks, bro, is a drunk that gets lit. He talks too big of a game. And what happened is I dropped the cipher and I looked up to Empire because I came up in the King of the Dot era, remember? So they force-fed Empire down our throats. And I'm not saying that in a rude way, meaning like, yeah, pause, I guess. Yeah, I'm white. I don't have to say pause. It's either gay or they. No, but what we would do is we go to these events and they would play Empire to the point like boom and pound, boom, boom and pound. All we had to look up to was that, right? And then, oh, there's Adam Bomb right there. There's TRA right there. There's Scandalous right there. And we're like, okay, like I looked up to these guys. And I will say that, like I grew up looking up to them as a whole. Not Scandalous personally, but I looked up to them as a whole. I thought these guys are dope rappers. I like the music, whatever. And what hit me one time is I read the YouTube comments on the cypher because I was curious to see where people thought I stood because I personally thought I was an underdog, meaning you got the Sazies on there. Shout out to Sazy. You got JD Era, Raz Fresco.
Shout out to JD Era.
Roshan, I felt like was like me, like the underdogs. Me and Roshan, I felt were the underdogs, and Roshan can rap his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is then he came on the post and he's like, this whole thing's trash. Yo, Bishop, yo, why don't you get real rappers on this or whatever, right? And I was kind of like, what? I'm like, I bodied that shit. I was like, yo, what? I'm like, bro. And then I go to a King of the Dot event and I didn't say much about it. I was like, okay, whatever, right? I let that first one slide. And then I get to a King of the Dot event and I see Scandalous walking by. He was still Scandalous at this time. And super fucking gay name, by the way. And then he pulled up and he goes, oh, look who it is, Mr. Lyrical. And I go,
oh shit.
What? I'm like, oh, it's like that. I'm like, okay. Still nothing. I didn't do anything about it. Like I was a punk kid. I was like 23 at the time, 24. I was like, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Let it slide again. And then there's a third thing. I posted something on Facebook and Bishop, I guess, shared it or something. Shout outs to Bishop. Also, we're supporting you through your fight, brother.
Yes, sir.
Then he comes on again, talking shit again, bro. This is like the third time.
In the comments.
And I've never wronged the guy, done nothing, said nothing. I'm like, oh, he's mad. And so finally, I was sipping a little bit one night. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a kind of a bad man. I live this life. I do this shit. Like all jokes aside, I do this shit. You know what I mean? I live for this shit.
Yeah.
You know? I did my time. I do my shit. I've done my dirt. So then I'm like, yeah. So all of a sudden, finally, I come on one time and I'm just like, yeah, bro. I'm like, guess what? I'm like, new fish in town. No, not fish. Retract that. Edit that out. Big fish in town. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm like, no, for real though. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you're coming at me like this, bro. I'm like, I've never done anything wrong to you. I'm like, but if you want to make it a thing, we can make it a thing. And that's when he made a couple comments on Instagram or Facebook. And I was just like, you know what? Comment back for the first time ever. And like 3 times he's taking shots at me, right? I'm like, yo, here's the first time I'm commenting back. Boom. And then of course, because he's a drunken insecure.
Am I wrong? Was this COVID time?
Yeah, everyone was a little fucking.
Everyone was a little on edge. Paying attention.
But you know what happened is, and he wanted it. He was begging for it. He was begging for it, and I never gave him it. Never gave him it. Finally, I was like, you know what? I bite. Let's go. Yeah, pause.
And then
then we ended up dissing each other, and I went in, bro. I'm from the era of battle rap. Nothing's off limits when it's battle rap, bro. Not you, not your baby moms, not your kids. Nothing is off.
That's a debate.
Nothing's
right
off
there.
the table when it's battle rap, bro. And you brought it to this level, bro. You did this.
Don't you think there's probably a boundary in battle rap?
I'm from, bro. Look at Pat Stay and shit. There's no boundary. If you got an autistic kid, he's getting made fun of, bro. This is battle rap.
No, if you're into battle rap, like there's no.
Yeah, and it's on wax.
So to cap this whole thing with Tony Ranks, right?
Yeah.
Can it ever be resolved?
Bro, again, I'm a white boy, man. I'm old school. If he just apologized to me and meant it and acted like a man, bro, you know what? I forget about even most of the shit. I'm like, okay, I'm like that. I'll be like, all right, bro, let's squash it. I've actually tried. I've even reached out to him. And one time, so what happened is I reached out after I won the thing. I dissed him. He dissed me back. His diss track was trash. Sorry, Tony, but it's trash. And I bodied him. And then everyone was like, you know, whatever. And then I still reached out to him and I was still like, bro, this is stupid. I'm like, you're looking over your shoulder. I'm looking over. I don't want to go downtown and be like, oh, maybe Ranks is going to pull up with, what a joke that is, but maybe Ranks is going to pull up with his fucking wheelchair and whatever. And then we're like, let's just squash this. And then he's like, okay, cool. And then 8 months later, I get another drunken message. It's like at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And it's, by the way, I've never forgot. And when I see you, it's on point. Yada, yada, yada. Man. And it's like at 4 a.m, 8 months later, after I thought we squashed it. And that's why I started laughing. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm like, you're a fucking clown. I'm at parties you wish you could be at. I'm with 40. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shout outs to 40. He showed me love too. I'm like, shout outs to 40. I'm like, it's not going to change the fact that you're a bird, bro. You're just a grown ass bird. You know, so nothing's changed. Ranks.
So you
still
are
a bird, bro.
You are down to squash it then.
No,
it doesn't sound like it.
Oh, right now? You know what? No, he owes me an apology. If he gives me an apology, like I said, then I'll squash it. But I tried. I won the beef and I still tried to squash it and he wouldn't accept it. So you know what? If he reaches out now like a man, yeah, I'd squash it. Otherwise, fuck him and anyone that looks like him.
Okay. This is a great conversation here today.
Sorry, yeah, that's
no. Listen, I'm enjoying this conversation that we're all having here. You know what I'm saying? Big salute. We got
Sorry
Casper.
to make it hostile. Yeah.
No, man, we got Casper Marcus in the building.
You know what it be on.
Hold on.
Hey.
I hit the wrong sound effect, but that one was good too.
Let's go.
We got Young Stitch in the building. Hold on, I got one for you. he bought the
wait, where's the Tony Rick sound effect? Oh,
yeah? man forgot a holster, bro. He just came out with the gun cocked in his hand, bro.
You know what? He even got a mention on here.
I was like,
Quick John McGraw, bro.
Man walked in, put a burner on the table and said, let's talk.
Yo, straight up, bro. I tried with this guy, man.
But speaking of burners and all that and these and bars and all that, can I get some bars? May I get some bars from you guys?
I would like
Casper,
nothing else.
Do you think it's okay?
Can I play some stuff?
Yeah, all right.
We love hip hop.
Let's get it, man.
There we go. Let's go. Start it off, Kaz.
Foster Brothers.
I'm excited, yo.
Slicing birthday cakes with box cutters. I am not gutter. Those are words you should not utter, cocksucker. I was raised in 86 from a pop rubber. Growing up in the 80s was a lot tougher. I saw mom suffer. It was a long supper. You about to see the last shit like Tom Tucker. Yeah, okay, ever since my fee increased, I've been coming back for what was taken, nigga. Liam Neeson. We on the made a meek a meal, 100 bill, guaranteed, you know we about to eat it real. The flow sounds so ridiculous, let's get it real. Stitch, tell them what it is. Yeah.
You say you live that good life. Heavy lifting, but I find it funny. Blood on every dollar bill. You've never seen this kind of money. Need it, then you buy from me. Shots click, bullets fly, and ain't nobody smiling like a picture in the 1920s. Revenge is cold. Someone order me a dish. Pulp Fiction, black suit, and there's a corpse that's in a whip. Copycats, it's like a horde that's full of Stitch. You got a lot of heart, but bar for bar, it's looking like you ordered me on Wish. My homies went from chefing in the kitchen to the studio. When you see them arms, hairs are standing like you Coolio. Shadow full of shattered souls, inside of me's a funeral. Scratch so many backs, my fingers cracking at the cuticle. It's my time. Humility, if you ain't B&E, it's home invasions with artillery. Glorified oppressions I was diagnosed with clinically. And still you second guessing if there's problems with this industry? City of demons, we be scheming, you should bless up. Chain full of, hit them with some neck cuts. Conversate with bosses, hit the plug up like a Tesla. Hit so hard the refs will stop him shaking as he gets up. Whoa, you feel it deep down. Villains you should keep out. You made a split decision, you just waiting on the beast now. I'll eat a rapper's flesh, it isn't safe to walk the streets now. It's hard to tell what protein you ingested when the meat's ground.
Let's keep this one running. How much time we got? Just got some more time on it.
We got time. Let's go.
Don't get it confused. I'ma die when I'm 72. I'm not ready to lose. I got plenty to do, and they talk a lot of shit until they step in their shoes. You know they wish they were respected by celebrities too. I got longevity, plus I make the heaviest moves. We make everybody's room when we step in the room. Got nothing to do, nigga. I got nothing to prove. My flow been hot like the 22nd of June. This is hip hop. Soon as I as soon as I threw my head through the womb, my flow been hot, nigga. Let's get it. Stitch, we gotta tell them, bro. Hey,
we love hip hop.
Young Stitch from the scene in the Columbine. I get enough love. I'm only here for the dollar signs. It's a drive-by. We pulling up. Do you wanna die?
Yeah.
Shells are falling under the seat like McDonald's fries. It's a fever, the creature. Cane in the freezer. That napalm, face gone, stains on the cleaver. Spray for the keys. You better pray to your beads. There ain't two arms coming out my waist like I'm Shiva. Jesus, Allen, I come through in the clutch. Get jump shot for your Dutch and walk your man to the burial. Lasso the cash flow that you got in your hut. Smash Bros. You running from these hands, Super Mario. If you ain't about the money, where the are you from? The metal is so cold, you get it stuck to your tongue. Insect under my thumb, get it crossed with apostles. So dope, have your brains fall through your nostril.
Holy.
Line it up.
I don't know if y'all is doing this. Listen. Let me say something. Let me get my shit off right here.
Tell them, man.
Listen. All you other rappers, if you come in over here and you want to talk and do all this blah, 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 and you know what happened was, I want to hear some bars.
Let's go.
Okay? No long talking. Bars. Jesus Christ.
I came here to do one more too. We got more too, right?
Let's go.
Let me get Can I get that? Like,
let's get that next beat.
Let me get the Swiss beats, man. You got YouTube lined up? Let me get that Swiss beats beat. Get it on the flow, man.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Shit? We can't do that live. Well, we can't do that live. That's what it is.
What I'll do?
I go crazy.
I'll give you all an exclusive for the people who want some extra content.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll get on some of these industry beats.
That's hard. That's hard.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna wrap this interview up here.
Yep.
Okay. I want to know. I'm gonna keep the beat running for this. It's a rarity. Let me know where to find you, man. All your social medias, all your good shit, man. Where to find you, brother?
Know what it is? I'm all over there. Just Google Casper Marcus. We really gone our way to make the algorithm proper.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all the Caspers. Even back to Casper the Friendly Ghost, the little ghost guy who had a cartoon and a sitcom and shit. I fuck
Throwback.
So that used to be a big problem with me. If you Googled it, it would just come up with him. But now we working our way up the ranks. Foster Brothers album coming soon.
Yes. What's coming up, man?
That shit crazier. I just dropped my recent album, Marcus Morris Mixtape 7.
Go download that.
It's going crazy. Like, it's not even going crazy, but people with it. I'm gonna be real. I'm such a real human being. That shit real. But yeah, like I said,
Anyone that hears it knows it's going crazy.
you know what's it. You know what it is. You know
Yeah,
bars.
Yeah, you can find me Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Young Stitch, official Young Stitch. We out here. Yeah, Foster Brothers. That's me and my broski.
Yeah.
We dropping a sick project.
Sick.
Foster Brothers album. The name, well, we're gonna call the album still pending, but I promise you, this shit is next level. Every song is a fucking banger. The people are gonna love it, man. And I really appreciate We Love Hip Hop for having us out, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada. Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabber. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber.
Steamin'.
Willie
It's your boy
Beamin'.
Friday Ricky Dread. We are off of this.
Casper Marcus, baby. We over the
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.